Yeah, so the way I see it is that there's two trajectories. The one trajectory is is the classical agencies with their strong conceptual, heading hell for the leather in this direction, and then the digital is kind of coming through and will probably meet that trajectory at some point. And they're coming with very strong, data-driven campaigns. Increasingly, they need to be more creative, otherwise they're going to be relegated to just production. But the strong digital houses will increasingly have good creative and good conceptual. The classicals have this great conceptual and are trying to build a digital DNA. And the more that they pull that into the original briefing session, the more they'll be successful. The more we learn how to be conceptual and think about bigger ideas that are not just digital, the more successful we'll be. And so, those two trajectories will meet at some point. And probably sooner than everyone expects, quite frankly. I think there's not much runway left in this. I think the upside for digital is that our budgets are increasing. So while we don't have cash in the bank, or the gravitas of, say, an Ogilvy, we're certainly getting more budget, so it helps us finance our business model. The classicals have got a lot of cash, a lot of gravitas, and the quicker they can get digital in and get some of that budget, the more that they can ameliorate the problems of a declining classical budget. Digital campaign-driven stuff should in time be superseded by digital always-on. And digital always-on means being able to have enough content that keeps a conversation going with a brand all the time. And it's not just quarterly driven. You need the quarterly stuff, but it has to be superseded by this long-term narrative that talks to brand. So we're seeing, we're going to see a lot more long-form copywriters coming into the mix, a lot of, content directors almost, as opposed to creative directors. And these content directors will have to bring in everything from search engine optimization, the Google machine. There's still over 80% of the people entering the internet through Google's search engine, all the way through to social media engagement. Video content is going to be huge because it's visceral. It's taking the viscerality of classical and bringing it online and saying to the people, you can watch this when you want.